going on, everybody? Welcome to the Northern Nerdcast. Adam's not here today, so Clayton and I were this is actually kind of funny because you weren't available last time, so we were just kind of talking about whatever. So it's going to be another whatever episode. What have you been up to? Like what?
We're only at 66% power. Right? You didn't get that, eh? There's only 2/3 of us here. We're only at 66%.
Oh,
power.
okay, gotcha. That's bad.
Well, what have I been up to? Oh yeah, well, you're the man with all the pickups. I have just been grinding super hard on Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, which I actually just platted. But yay! You can edit in some applause there because holy man, you have to play through the game 8 times. Because you have to play through it the first time, and then there's 4 different endings, and then you get an achievement for unlocking all the skills, and then you get an achievement for beating all of the bosses and everything. And eventually, I didn't want to stop playing it. Like once I beat it the first time, I was like, okay, that's good. And then I was like, okay, man, I should really go through it a second time now that I have all of my stuff leveled up and beat it, and then I can say I'm done it. So I did that. Then I was like, man, maybe I could max out my attack power. So I went through it a few more times. Then I was like, you know what? I just got to go for it. So I went through it all 8 times, and I kicked that game's ass. Like, I think the last playthrough took me about 2 hours all in to beat it, and I got the final ending and everything, but just insane. Masterpiece game, extremely difficult, but I don't know, somehow it also somehow gets easier because you get better, so practice makes perfect, I guess, in that case. But yeah, that and my lawn that's been my summer pretty much.
Sweet pickup, actually. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, I guess you're picking up lawn. I guess it's a pickup.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I picked up too much lawn. I stopped mulching, and I just started bagging, and then my lawn started dying. So I'm out there trying to spread grass back out over my lawn. Yeah, this is like a transcendental podcast now. We're not even just talking about video games. We're talking about home care and
cutting grass.
Yeah. Speaking of, a place with no grass. Have you seen the trailer for the new Dune movie yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so stoked. Come on, that's going to be good, man. It's good. Denis Villeneuve. That's the same guy who did Blade Runner 2049. Amazing. Okay. Awesome. Really?
I'll take your word for it.
I'm telling you, like, you saw the trailer, Jason Momoa's in it. You didn't.
Yeah,
nothing?
but then they lost me at Batista.
Oh, what? What do you mean? Batista's great.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Did you watch him in Blade Runner 2049?
No, but I watched him in Army of the Dead.
Oh, well, that was garbage. What about Guardians of the Galaxy, though? He was good as Drax.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he was good in Blade Runner 2049. I liked him. He wasn't in it for very long, but he was still cool. Him and his little tiny glasses there, farming maggots or whatever the hell it was, mealworms or whatever it was that he was farming. Like, yeah, right, you're a farmer. Come on. You're a combat droid built for war.
Yeah. It's been like for me, it's been pretty sweet week, if I do say so myself. Like,
yeah.
We got next recording, we're going to be chatting with Aaron LaPlante, who plays the Duke in Resident Evil Village. And my buddy Nate's going to come on for that because he's like a hard into Resident Evil Village. So he can fact check any kind of questions we have, whatnot. But I was reading that there was and I'll ask him about it, but at one point the Duke was supposed to be the 5th Lord of the village. Like, so you had Heisenberg, you had Lady D, what the heck's
Have you
Moreau.
Played it?
No.
Have you played through it? No, me neither, actually.
No,
I've been meaning to, especially I finished 7. Like I was going through my backlog, right? And that's how I ended up playing Sekiro and stuff, because I've had this backlog building for, well, literally like 2-3 years now, because I've just been hard on Warframe, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm going back through my backlog. So I blew through 7, and that was a really good time. And I told myself that if I liked 7, that I would definitely play Village. So now I got to play Village, but the only thing is that I didn't actually end up buying Village, so now I got to go and buy it before I can play it.
Yeah, or you can just download it on Steam or something.
Dirty downloaders.
But and then
physical for life, man.
Yeah, that's how I. Nobody will ever convince me that digital's the way to go, and like no. When the inevitable happens and the internet crashes, I'll be at least able to plug in a PS2 game and just play.
Right? Exactly.
Hey. And I'm
just gonna be over here enjoying my classics.
And people can say all they want that you have to update your game. You don't have to update it. It's recommended, but if you have no internet and it's the last setting that you play on or whatever, then so be it.
Yeah.
But
you know what? That's something I don't understand. Actually, I really don't get this. So Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis is like a 25, 30-year-old game now. It was at 1990 it was released, 1989, something like that. So 90, 2010, 20. Yeah, so 30 years, 32 years. Why every time I go to play that, like, because I downloaded it on Xbox Live Arcade, every time I go to play it, it's like, this requires an update of like 500 megs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This game wasn't even 500 megs when it came out. How does it need an update?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because, do you remember I talking about games that don't need so like certain sizes? Okay, we're way off topic with this, but I don't care because I have to say this because this
get it out, Brad. Just
pissed me off so much. Okay, so you've heard about this game Abandoned, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hadn't had a chance to do it yet.
No, you're not. Okay, so Bluebox Studios tweeted so this demo real-time experience was supposed to go live at 3:00 our time on the 10th or whatever it was. Okay, everybody, myself included, we all had the app launched, and for whatever reason, instead of just uploading it to YouTube, they decided to create this stupid app that was supposed to use the haptic feedback from the PS5. It didn't happen, but anyways, it's 3:00, nothing launches. People started tweeting at them right away, and they didn't respond for like 2 hours. And then all of a sudden they said, "Oh, we found a technical glitch," and blah blah blah. So people are now convinced that this is Hideo Kojima because he's done this before with Metal Gear Phantom Pain. He created a fake studio that made this this type of game that was similar to not Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid.
No.
And like people were saying it's a ripoff, blah, blah, blah. So that's what everyone's thinking, is that this game is supposed to be like his PT or Silent Hill. So anyways, hours go by and everything, and they haven't updated it. A day later they came up saying that this is what happened, and they give this long-winded story, blah blah blah. 2 days later they finally launched the app. Okay, the thing is a 7-second video but here's the kicker. Okay, it's a 7-second video of the video that they had tweeted on Twitter. So why did they need this haptic experience? It didn't do anything. All it showed was a guy with why everyone's starting to think this is Silent Hill is it looks like the main character apparently from Silent Hill 2, his boots and his pants. That's all you see is somebody walking across wood, and that's it. And then it says, oh, a playable demo coming soon. So everyone's like, okay, well, and the thing was it was a 5 gig patch. So, but anyways, that was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but go back to your 500 megabyte thing. I just had to get that off my chest because I was so pissed when I found this out.
Yeah, well, I can't say I blame you. That's friggin' nonsense. That was pretty much it, actually. I just every time I go to play one of those like old Genesis throwback games or whatever on Xbox Live, it's always like, yeah, this needs a 500 meg patch or whatever. I'm like, why, man? Why?
Excuse me.
Like I plug in my Genesis and I plug it in, and I put, I push power and, the thing just plays just fine. And the one on Xbox Live plays exactly the same. I'm like, what could they possibly be doing?
So then getting back to the exciting news, and I don't know if you fanboyed about this, but I sure as hell did when John St. John responded that
Oh
he
yeah,
was going to come on. And for those of you who don't
yeah,
know, John St. John is Duke Nukem, and
yeah.
there was a I guess voice actor for Duke Nukem 1 and 2, the side-scrolling game, but John St. John took over with Duke Nukem 64, Duke Nukem 3D. And actually, the more I think about it, him and David probably are the only two, because it's around 21 years each
Yeah.
that they've had this role. And I mean, um, with Duke Nukem, it's more like audio clips, but like Duke Nukem Forever, there was actual story. And recently, I guess there was a Duke Nukem Begins or something that was supposed to come out. It was a third person. It looked really, really rough, but it never materialized into an actual game. So definitely when we talk with him, get his thoughts on that. I don't even know if he was a voice for it or if it was just a demo that they had done just to try and build interest. But I think Duke Nukem Forever might have put the nail in the coffin on the series for the time being, anyways.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to keep something like that going, something that's like so tongue in cheek, because that game was like the quintessential 90s shooter. Parents were afraid that games were too violent, so Duke Nukem strove to be as violent and as graphic as it possibly could be. You know what I mean?
Like Serious Sam.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. And then
Or
games
Postal.
like the Serious Sam games, the Postal games, and I don't remember if you remember Matt Hazard.
Yeah.
Remember the game
Matt Hazard. Matt Hazard.
Eat Lead, the Matt
Eat Lead.
Hazard story or whatever it was. Yeah, exactly. And it was like that was just a game that poked fun at all the other games. So we have all these other games trying to do the same thing that Duke Nukem had already done, and then trying to top them.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like Duke Nukem kind of lost his place. You know,
It's and then, not like all his jokes were like from the 90s. Like it's not anything like just all toilet humor and like it was. I laughed with like I think I laughed at the game instead of with it, because it was just like, wow, this is really cringy now.
Yeah, you can't go back and watch it and play it the same way that you used to. Even a game like Conker's Bad Fur Day, like I don't know, it's still funny, but I think it's funny because I have the nostalgia for it and I found it funny, back in the day, and I'm like, oh yeah, this joke, yeah. But if you put it on right now and went to go play it, you'd be like, boy, this is like dated. This is seriously
dated. So yeah, that those were my two like really exciting announcements. But then this weekend, Mike, myself, and Mike's buddy Kenny, because somebody didn't come with us.
Come on.
We went to Toronto for a couple days. We wanted to. You did because like we got a lot of pretty good stuff, and we got to go see some of the vendors. We wanted to go and touch base with Bobby and Kamal and Kevin.
I wanted to see Bobby's new store, actually.
It's really, really nice. Like they did a really good job. It's really clean.
You hear that, Bobby? You're clean.
Yeah, you're not greasy. Well, greasy. Actually, he did me a real big solid on one of the games I was after. So I guess I greased him. But yeah, we spent 2.5 days. I drove at like 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Went and picked Mike up at in Verner at that Canop gas station there, and we just drove all the way in.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, I'll start with my pickups, because I told you I was going to put you on the spot after. So it's all broken down from like the earliest generation that I picked up all the way up to the new stuff. So nothing spectacular, but I ended up getting Eternal Ring, which was a PS2 launch title. I got that from Ryan over at the 400 Market. Made a point to go see him too. At Power Up, I ended up picking up both of the Metal Gears.
Nice.
But I didn't realize that Portable Ops was online only, so that might screw things up.
What's the other one? Acid?
No, it's so Portable Ops and Portable Ops Plus.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then because I'm still on the PSP, this was hands down the biggest find for me and Mike because so yesterday night it was around 5:30. We're driving back to Barrie and we're like, okay, you know what? Let's just check out one more pawn shop. So we went to this place. The very very nice lady. She's like, just browse around. I'm closing in half an hour, whatever. So she had a crap ton of games, man. And Mike actually. I'm just gonna briefly tell you what Mike picked up because he sent me a picture. So he got Amazing Spider-Man on. So this is the 360 ones. He got Amazing Spider-Man, Iron Man, Payday, Green Lantern. He got it. He got another NCAA football 14, Simpsons, Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins is good. Which Simpsons did he get?
The Simpsons game.
Oh yeah.
What the heck is that? Dead or Alive Extreme Sports, Tron, Minecraft, Splinter Cell Trilogy on PS3.
Tron, is that Tron
Evolution.
Oh, Evolution.
Okay. So Splinter Cell Trilogy, which is actually a pretty valuable game now on PS3. Fight Night Champion, Prince of Persia Trilogy, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. He got a Dreamcast, Tokyo Extreme Racer 1.
Oh, nice.
Spider-Man Steelbook Edition, Mario Party 8, South Park Stick of Truth PS4, Patapon 3.
Good.
He got a loose copy of Book of Shadows, or is it Book of Memories, Silent Hill on the Vita? I can't remember.
Book of Memories, I think it is. No.
It's $80 loose. He paid, I think, 14 for it.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
then Blood and Truth VR. So
yeah.
So anyways, talking about Jeanne d'Arc, we were at this pawn shop and I had passed over everything. I was just ready to go. I was tired. I wasn't on my like A game, like looking for stuff. And Mike's going through and he sees Jeanne d'Arc and I was like, oh, frig sakes. Of course he's going to find one. So I'm like, I'll give you, if you let me take it, I'll give you, I'll do the $15. And he's laughing. He's like, cause he knows that if he wants to sell it, it's like $100 game. So I'm looking through, and I see a second one.
Nice.
So we both got Jeanne d'Arc. That's probably the biggest find. Moving into the PS3 stuff, I'll just go through them really quickly. But I got DMC, like the Ninja Theories, Devil May Cry. I got PlayStation Battle All Stars Royale, Rainbow Six Vegas, and Folklore, which I actually got from Mike. And then this actually kind of ticked me off because I didn't realize. So I got the entire Splinter Cell series, but Conviction is not on PS3. It was only made on 360. So now I got to play all this. Yeah, exactly. It was a waste of money.
It was a terrible game anyways. I don't care.
Conviction was?
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah, the mark and execute and the inability to hide bodies, and they just took what was an awesome stealth game and they just killed the stealth and they just totally made it an action game, and it was just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
so then we went to, so that was like, that's all mixed together. But the next from Kamal at We Got Games and Ajax, I ended up getting Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, the remake. Hard. It's a hard game. And then
really?
It's a third-person dungeon crawl RPG. And then Skyward Sword, of course. So I just mentioned that, which I'm gonna have to change. And then went to see Bobby the day before, and he had some good games. Actually, Bobby ended up giving me Blacklist for free because
it's awful.
Okay, well, I don't know, but anyways,
it doesn't have Michael Ironside in it, so I
heard it's like Kiefer Sutherland in Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting. I saw this game. It looked pretty interesting, but the girl and the robot. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Nice.
And Resident Evil 5 on PS4, which I didn't even know they did. So then the very last one, and Glenn decided to point out, he's like, well, why'd you get two of them? But when another one at Kamal's shop, I ended up getting Devil May Cry 5, but it's the Virgil edition, and Virgil's a playable character in this one.
Oh, that's cool.
So Glenn, that is why, because it adds like an entirely new story. So thank you for that.
I
But
bought that game actually. I found a cheap copy of it. I bought it solely on the premise that it was a direct continuation of Ninja Theory's DMC, and it is not.
no, it's a continuation of number 4.
I know, and that is,
Well, you were lied to.
I lied to myself.
Yeah. So today we went to we were in Huntsville, and there was actually a hawk shop that was open. You could tell that a lot of people had picked through everything, but that's where I got Rainbow Six Vegas. But it's just funny because I had, for whatever reason, in my head that I was going to find Splinter Cell Conviction on PS3, and every single store we went into, they had numerous copies of the 360 and not one of the PS3, obviously, because they'd never made it for PS3. And I kept passing on them, and I could have got one for free, buy 2 get 1 free, all this stuff. But
I didn't realize actually that it was a console exclusive game. I thought that they made it for both. I have the Steelbook version of it, and I did play through it, and I mean, it's not terrible for what it is, but it's just not Splinter Cell, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I was happy to get the trilogy because, and actually here's a story for you. Okay, so Mike and I and Kenny were in Barrie, and so we go to this place. They're not very smart. they pawn, but anyways, I you know what, I don't care. That I'm never, if I become big enough, then whatever. So we go in.
This is not a shout out.
No, this is not a shout out. It was we ended up getting Mike's for the price that we got it for, but so they had 3 Splinter Cell HDs behind glass because it's a valuable game, or well, higher. Like right now, you can buy it for $59 on eBay or whatever. It's pretty
trilogy?
high up. Yeah. So they had 3 of them behind glass. One was $19, one was $29, and one was $49. Okay, so we go to the back wall where all their games are buy 2 get 1 free. They had a Splinter Cell HD there as well. So I found that, and I found Double Agent, and Mike's like, why don't you get Conviction? I said, well, because I thought again that it was on PS3. So I thought I saw Kevin over at Power Up had it, but he had the 360 one. So anyways, Mike wants a copy of the HD because he sees that it's $69 So we asked the guy, we're like, you've got 3 Splinter Cells of the exact same game, 1929 and 49. So the guy, he's like, huh. And I'm like, yeah, and I got mine from the back wall, which is buy 2 get 1 free. So he talks to his buddy, and as soon as they scan it, you can see the eBay sold listings pop up. He's like, yeah, that's not part of the buy 2 get 1 free. And Mike and I look at each other, we're like, it's on the wall, and it was with everything. So anyways, they honored mine, but Mike ended up getting his for $10. But it's false advertising when you say it's buy 2 get 1 free, because we would have done it that way. But anyways, not a shout out. It's just that was the first store we visited.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kind of put me off. And I mean, I know they're in it to make money, but when you advertise something as buy 2 get 1 free, even if the game's behind glass, if I see that same game on the shelf where it's marked, then they should be honoring that, and they shouldn't have 4 different prices.
Yeah.
So
if you're gonna run a brick and mortar store, man, you got to stay up on your prices. And if a customer calls you out and that's what the sticker says, well,
and that was the thing,
it, man. Like
that was the thing with Jeanne d'Arc. Like, we were shocked to see these 2 games, both of them at $14.99.
Yeah.
Like, and even Silent Hill, like, it's a loose copy, just the cartridge is like $80.
Yeah.
So Mike was really.
Prices have been so friggin'
wonky
with COVID, though, eh? Like, things have spiked so much and come down. And
so
I know, because Saturn stuff really went up last year, actually. That's why I pretty much stopped picking up, because I was like, it's not a buyer's market right now. It's a seller's market for sure. I haven't even checked, actually, with any of the online pricing guides or anything lately to see, but it looked like it was starting to plateau, but I haven't checked.
Well, so I was going through all of my stuff that I was going to bring for trade or whatever. And like, I didn't realize that I had Drakengard 1 and 2. So I punch it in, and hey, they're super valuable. So Kamal gave me an amazing trade-in, so that's where I got those games plus Devil May Cry 5, the Switch games. So he was
What's
happy. I was happy.
Drakengard worth?
Drakengard is 115, and Drakengard 2 is almost $300.
What? Really? No
Yep.
way.
Yep.
Oh, no way. I want to see if mine still got the sticker on it. Hang on a second here.
So yeah, that was fun. And then we just did a lot of driving around, and I mean a lot of, so we know which pawn shops to strike off our list. Yeah, it's almost $300.
Really? Man, I got the manual and
Yeah.
I got the fucking thing is like mint too. Holy shit. I have the fucking black and white French manual to go with it. Does that make it cheaper?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, disc is mint. Everything's mint. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Crazy. Like I said, I haven't been tracking prices lately, so I'm not sure what's worth what anymore at this exact moment.
You should go through all your prices and see, or all your games.
Well, I have on GameValueNow.com. I have all of my stuff logged in their collection beta. I don't even know if it's still in beta actually, but I have their collection tracker. And I have everything entered in there, so I can see when everything fluctuates month to month, what the collection is worth over, the complete collection of everything, or individual libraries are worth month over month. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't been checking it. But I guess I'll have to check it now to see what's what, because I might be up.
We went to see Free Guy last night.
Yeah.
It was really, it was funny, man. At first we had no, I knew it was a video game movie, but it was like, what are we watching? Like, it's one of those kind of movies. It's like it's funny, but it's like, it's almost like a PG-13 Deadpool. Like you could tell that Ryan Reynolds really believed in this project, and it was really, really well done.
Because he just plays an NPC, eh?
Yeah,
plays a video game NPC.
An NPC who discovers himself and he doesn't want to be an NPC anymore.
Yeah.
But without spoiling the story, like, it's what I can say about it is it's a Disney movie, so and not in the sense like it's kiddie, but so Ryan Reynolds has access to a lot of material. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else.
Okay.
A lot of source material. There's quite a few cameos. Alex Trebek had a cameo in it. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
But
I remember seeing the trailer for that way before COVID was even a thing, actually. And then after they started closing up theaters and stuff, that one kind of fell off the radar, and I didn't even think about going to movies and stuff like that. But then I started hearing people talking about it again, and I was like, yeah, I wonder how that's going to turn out.
I hope it does well, because it was a really good movie. Like it was like Channing Tatum was the best in the whole movie. Like it was so funny. But like they had some I guess celebrities. They were like, they had Ninja on there and Pokimane and all these people. It's like
you'd have to be like into internet culture, into like Instagram culture or Twitch culture in order to have access to those in-jokes.
Well, yeah, and it's like, because they're all streaming, so they're streaming the game.
Yeah.
But it was really well done, and the dude was seriously one of the best characters ever, because it was like this upgraded version of Blue Shirt Guy, which is Ryan Reynolds, but he's not a complete program. So when they launch him in the game, he starts fighting with Blue Shirt Guy, and he's about to say something. He goes, catchphrase, and they're like, and everyone's like, catchphrase, and what's his name? The New Zealand, the director of Thor Ragnarok,
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, so he's the villain of the movie, and he's like,
cool.
Hey, I didn't have time to come up with a word for him, but catchphrase is pretty cool. But no, it was you'd like it, and it's one of those movies that I guess is supposed to be seen in 3D. And we didn't. It's just I was too tired to watch it in 3D. But so that was my weekend. It was really packed in two and a quarter day, really.
Yeah.
So, but
I was getting like pretty regular pictures from you there. I picked up this. I got that. I got this. I got that. Yeah. I wanted to go, but I had I had a previous engagement that I was supposed to go to, which ended up falling through. And then right after that, I had something else come up that like slipped right into the place immediately. So I was like, okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to miss out on this one. But next time you guys go down there, I definitely want in, because I need some pickups. My walls, they're stale.
I don't even know where I'm gonna put this stuff though. Like,
Yeah.
but
I would actually consider downsizing a little bit, and then just to make room for some more, because I have a lot of good stuff, but I also have a fair amount of filler too. I would get rid of some filler and throw in some more killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take this, super valuable.
And then of course every like couple minutes like me sending you pictures, but I can't say his name. No, it's all good. Glenn was like, so what'd you find? So send him pictures, and he didn't believe that we found 2 Jeanne d'Arcs, so I had to take a picture, and that's on Facebook of me looking like a complete jackass.
Yeah.
Hey, 2. And but yeah, so it was funny because I'm gonna put you on the spot. So we're driving back today, and we Kenny starts laughing from the back, and we're like, what's going on? He's like, you know what you guys need? You guys need an NGE mascot. And Mike and I, we knew where he was going with this. So we're talking, because we were talking about the Suicide Squad and like all these like D level villains and stuff. And so he goes, what could we do? And so Mike starts laughing. Like Mike just lost it. I'm like looking at him, and I knew what he was gonna say, and we almost at the same time we're like, briefcase guy. So I thought we were gonna come up with this cool like theme song for briefcase guy, but I think what I want to do is get you to do an original. And so what we had thought is like in vein of John Cena's Peacemaker, kind of like mixed with Dark Helmet from Spaceballs, and something to do with a briefcase. And like just that's gonna be the like the NGE mascot is briefcase guy. So
you're not talking about a song then, you're talking about you want a character design.
Yeah, I want a character design from you about briefcase guy, which we're gonna like if it like Mike's like, just think about it, man. Like Ninja Turtles started off as a parody, because it did. It was like it was meant to. He's like, this could turn into something like, hey guys, come and have your picture taken with briefcase guy. North Bay's got Shadman, and then Sudbury's got Big Nick and briefcase guy.
Briefcase guy. Yeah. I'm in. I'll come up with something for that.
Oh, that would be epic. Oh man.
Oh fuck.
Don't drop
a wild briefcase guy appeared. Briefcase guy used.
And then
Ajax.
Yeah. Oh man. And then we were trying to think of like what his superpower could be.
Yeah.
And what his
briefcase guy uses low ball. It was ineffective.
and then his weakness would be parting with one of his games. Like Kryptonite, it's like, oh, he faints just before he gives the game, and then he puts it in his briefcase and runs away.
Yeah.
Something, but the briefcase has to be involved somehow. And BCG, briefcase guy.
Briefcase guy. Okay, I'm in.
I mean, for all we know,
persons appearing in this parody are not based on anyone, living or fictional.
And then so then Mike came up with 3 catchphrases. One was legendary. The next one is any pickups, and then the last one is, I don't do it for the fame, I do it for the games.
Don't do it for the fame, I do it for the game. I like that.
Yeah. You would have thought that we were baked or something when we were talking about it in the car. I think we laughed nonstop for about an hour. Just we'd always start talking about something, and then it would come back to briefcase guy.
I imagine like briefcase guy to be like Kratos from God of War, but on the end of the chains instead of freaking blades of chaos, it's 2 briefcases.
But that's all I got. Like I don't know. It's
yeah, man. I just like I have been a man of single mind there lately with Sekiro, and then because I'm trying to get through my backlog, like I unlike most, like lots of other people, I guess I'm lucky that I got to work all the way through COVID, but at the same time there's lots of people who didn't work through COVID, and I mean, as an adult I can't really say it's a good thing, but they got to plow through their backlogs. I have a huge backlog. This is my backlog. This is why I have this many games, because I buy them and I never get a chance to play them. But so I've been spending a lot of this year just going through all of my backlog. Like I went through Resident Evil, and I went through Doom Eternal, and I went through Nier Replicant, and I went through, you name it. I went through just a whole bunch of games. Haven't gone through a good next time you guys go, I definitely want to go, and I'm sorry that I missed out this time, because I could have grabbed. Did you see any Saturn stuff? Did you see any Dreamcast stuff? Sega CD stuff?
Oh yeah. Well, not Saturn, like Saturn in the stores. So like you're gonna be paying for it. But the last pawn shop we went to that we got the Jeanne d'Arcs from, there was I think 7 Dreamcast games. Like nothing crazy, but it was like Centipede. And
I know everybody always has the same stack of like NHL 2K1 and NFL and maybe NFL Blitz and Ready to Rumble, Sega Rally, Tetris, but it's nice when you go into a store where they actually have like a fairly robust selection. Because I have I don't know, my Dreamcast collection has quite a bit of killer in it. I have some of the really good stuff, like I have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I have what else? Power Stone, and like I have the good ones. I was a big fan of that system, and I bought a lot of those games like way back when the system was actually still alive. But I find when you walk into a store, lots of times you walk in, they have the same thing. The same thing with the Saturn too. Well, Saturn's becoming to be worth more money again, or at least it was last year. But up until then, you would see like Virtua Fighter, NHL 94. Stuff like that, usually in a broken case with no manual.
Yeah, that's usually
and that
what
was
happens.
As good as it got for us Saturn owners. But my Saturn collection is good too. I would say it's decent. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but still needs a little bit of rounding out. But
yeah, you can by all means, like when, I don't know the next time we're going to be going, but
NGE is going to be coming up soon enough. I mean, we're already at the end of the summer, right? So
2 months.
Gearing up. We got to start gearing up with PR, and obviously I still have all of the footage for the Sudbury 5 ad that we shot.
Which I still haven't seen.
Yeah, I can. Well, I have it cut together on iMovie.
Well, send it to me.
Okay, I can send it to you.
Send it to me like as soon as we finish recording.
Yeah.
Yo, man, where's the hockey tryout?
You crazy? Hockey tryout? This is a tryout for the Sudbury 5 basketball team.
Since when does Sudbury have a basketball team?
Since last year, man.
Whatever, man. I'll beat this guy in basketball. I don't need to play hockey. I'm a multi-sport athlete. Listen up, fools. The first one to make 3 shots makes the Sudbury 5. Is that distraction mustard?
Hit it.
Maybe you should stick to video games and go home and do your laundry, man.
Supposed to get the recording from David on Friday, but because we were on holidays, he didn't send it. He didn't want to send it while I was on holidays, but I would have loved it.
You want to do another promo video though? Eh?
Well, what I'm thinking of doing, and because you're better with the editing stuff than I am, is from the briefings in the Hitman games. That's what I want to do for what he has recorded.
Yeah.
Is get real time, like not real time, but get clips from previous shows. We have to throw Bobby in there because not because like I've worked out a deal with him or anything to get him in there, but because at one of the points as Agent 47, he says, if you grease the right fender's palms or something like that, and I want to have a picture of Bobby. So but like to have that dramatic kind of music playing while we're showing clips of the thing and him doing his speech, I think would be a really cool promotional video.
Yeah.
It's only like a 45-second thing because like it's not meant to be long, because if the radio agrees to play it, then we can just send it with the music to the radio.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's there's about a 6-hour time difference, so I'm hoping to have it overnight and then I wake up in the morning. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that. So
yeah, okay.
Now edit your video and send it to me. The basketball video.
It's already all cut together. The only section I was missing was the I think it was the last section where I was playing NBA Jam at home afterwards because I missed the shot. I missed the shot. And
why don't you go home?
Yeah.
We laughed so hard at that. Like,
yeah.
We were all trying to not lose it. Mike was so into that. Like, that's the perfect outtake because it's just like,
yeah. Yeah, that was friggin' funny.
So now I got to go through all of these games. I'm probably going to start with Splinter Cell at some point, or maybe Rainbow Six. I don't know. We'll see.
What, did you play the original 3 Splinter Cells?
I played the first one like long time ago.
Oh my god. Okay, so play the first one, and I don't know how much of a challenge you're looking for. Play the first one until the last level, because the last level, and I still remember this years later, is a fuck around. And for a game that pushes stealth all the way through, the very last mission is like an open run and gun. You get into a shootout in a fucking stable or something. I can't remember, but I do remember that they like ditched, to make it harder, they ditched all of the stealth stuff, and it was just like you just had to gun everybody down. And then skip Pandora Tomorrow, because Pandora Tomorrow is like the Sonic 2 of the franchise. It's like all they did was took the exact same graphics. They didn't really move the story forward at all. It was just kind of more Operation starring Sam Fisher.
Okay.
But then, so skip that one, but definitely play Chaos Theory. Oh my God, play Chaos Theory. It is so good. Chaos Theory is like, that was one of my like top 10 games on the OG Xbox.
Awesome. Okay, well, we'll pick this back up next Saturday when we host the Duke.